What's good, y'all? It's your boy Cornell Westside here with another edition of the Pullpit. Now, for those of y'all who are not familiar, the Pullpit is where we go over what I currently have on my pull list that I'm waiting for me to pick up for this week. And then we go over some things that I have on what I call my speculation list, things that I may have been hearing about in the zeitgeist, heard about on other YouTube channels or whatnot, about books that I might want to pick up, or just popular stories that I'm like, okay, it's time for me to actually get in and figure out what's going on in here. But then I go over some trade paperbacks that I might be picking up this week, those collector editions that tend to be the most expensive of everything, but you know, I always make them available for you all to see if you want to pick them up as well. It's something that I might break and give in into while I'm up in the store. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. Please hit that like and subscribe button and go ahead and let me know that you're liking the content that we're making, and then I will keep making more of it. With that said, let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah. All right, so first up on the list, we got Absolute Flash number 14. And for this one, we got Jeff Lemire on the keys and Heinig as the artist on this one. Now, in Absolute Flash number 13, the last thing we left off is when Wally was at the children's home with Linda Park, and they were kind of having a moment, getting to know each other and whatnot. And for those who don't know, Wally and Linda Park are married in the main continuity, but this one, they seem to be friends and what could develop into something else. But at the end of that one, I believe they both, or either Linda only got caught in the mirror universe. And then in this one, they're going to be introducing the Mirror Master, who we have not seen yet. We're going to see, I guess we're going to see if they get out or not. But yeah, in the last episode, I always do that, last issue, that was what was going on. So we get to see the Mirror Master in this one. And also in the last one, there was another character who, Hunter Solomon, introduced in the last issue as well. There was a kind of a twist that they did. I think he's military, or he's a part of the DEO in that one. So that's obviously a change from his main Earth continuity. So we get to see how these characters are interacting in this new one. So mainly we get to see Mirror Master. So it's on the very top of my list. I don't know, at most of people's top of the list, and it should be at the probably top of mine. And we're going to see in this upcoming week is Absolute Wonder Woman number 19. This one has Kelly Thompson on the keys and Hayden Sherman as the artist. I made a video about this. It's more so, I forgot which platform I put it on, but I still have not read any of Absolute Wonder Woman at all. But I have been collecting the books ever since I only added it to my pull list, I think last month, only because I've been reading a lot of different stuff. I mean, really, I have no excuse, but I said I was going to read it before this one came out, but I have bought a lot. And it's not because of the weeklies, it's because of the trades that I keep buying to catch up on other stuff that I keep not doing this one. I think it's always intimidating after it hits like a number 15, you're like, oh my goodness, I gotta push through. But I mean, I did the same thing for Superman. I think I had to catch up from, I think, to 16 is when I started. Yeah, I started when it was on issue 16, and I had to catch back up on that one. So I know I could do it for Wonder Woman, and I'm gonna do it. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to like it because I heard that this is the second best one. Absolute Flash is decent. Obviously, Batman's the best, but I've heard that Absolute Wonder Woman is the second best. Maybe I'll do a ranking of the Absolute Universe apps after I actually read Absolute Wonder Woman, so we'll see about that. But anyway, in the last issue, Zatanna was actually introduced as well, so I need to just stop BSing and go ahead and hop up in that universe real quick. Next up, we got Captain America number 9. It's another one I've been wanting to catch up on. I actually read number 1. The story is actually tight. In that one story, they were introducing the new super soldier. I forgot his name. I don't want to give too much away, honestly, because I haven't read it too much, but I forgot to say this is written by Chip Zdarsky. You may know him from Daredevil, Born Again run back in the day. But yeah, again, I read number 1 and I was quite intrigued. So I'm actually going to read this one on the Marvel Infinite app. If you're not familiar with it, go ahead and download that because it's been sold out everywhere. I was going to go ahead and try to read through the issues, but yeah, I can't find them anywhere. Go ahead and save that money and go ahead and just read it on the app. I got 8 of them to go through, so that shouldn't take too long. Like I said, I like what was going on in issue number 1. I'm already reading, what is the other ones that's supposed to be ready for Armageddon? Wolverine? Yeah, I think Wolverine and Captain America are the one that's supposed to be for Armageddon. So yeah, I've been caught up on those two. So we'll see what happens in Captain America number 9. Yep. And I think they're going to be releasing Captain America number 10 next week too. So they're really racing the clock on me here. But I'm gonna catch it real quick. Next up, we have Cyclops number 3. This series has been interesting. Alec Pagnadel, and Roge Antonio are the artist team on this one. It seems like the theme of this one is a Cyclops trying to figure out how to guide a quote-unquote team, him and one other person named May, through, what is it, the Reavers? Yeah, the Reavers. Basically, all of his eyes, not his eyes are damaged, his visor got damaged, so now he can't see. He just has like a towel over his eyes. He doesn't really have, because he doesn't have control over his blast right now, so can't really use that too much. So he's just trying to use his team building skills, I guess, or I'm sorry, team leader skills right now to direct May, who's looking at him like he's crazy right now. You know, Cyclops is always the tactician for the X-Men, so I guess that will be the point of this story. I was about to say the antagonist, but yeah, the point of this story, to see how he fares trying to lead another person. I keep wanting to say team, but another person when he doesn't have his vision and I guess his power as well, technically. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know how many editions they're doing for this one, but this is number 3. Next up in DC, we have Flash number 32. And this one has been, is interesting. I jumped on at Flash number 31 when Ryan North and Gavin Goldsworthy took over. Ryan North was doing I heard he was doing the Fantastic Four, which was another family type of book as well, and now he's doing pretty much the Flash family right now. And this one, Wally is older and he has his family, married to Linda, and they are just, in the first one, I'm sorry, not the first one, Flash number 31, they're pretty much just having like a family dinner. And then it seems like social media started taking over because, or social media, what do you call it? Us influencers were getting themselves in trouble on purpose, and it's like they were having what they call like the Flash challenge, I guess, is where like they were trying to be caught or they were trying to be saved by the Flash on camera, and eventually got to the point where it's like, you know, luckily Flash is Flash, where he's can go around, he's fast enough to save everybody at the same time, but obviously it's a dumb thing to do, because what if the Flash is not there to stop you? What if he has a real threat he has to do? And I'm sure there's going to be the plot that's moving forward. It's like, okay, he has too much going on that he can't actually deal with actual threat. And what's going to happen when these people are doing all this stupid jumping off a building and looking for the Flash to save them when an actual threat comes along? I'm pretty sure this is what it's going to be dealing with in this next issue, but we shall see. It's been a fun time in this last issue I've read. I may go back and read the rest of them, but don't really need to if you want to hop into it, because again, at Flash number 31, it's a new hopping in point after the DCKO. You know, everybody loves DCKO. Such a great storyline that you need to read through to know about everything else. But yeah, all of these DC all-ins are for after DCKO now. And no, you do not have to read through DCKO. They make it seem like you have to read so much, or read all 5 of them and whatnot, but just nothing that happens for most of the characters. All you have to know is what happens to Superman. And I'll leave it out just in case y'all want to read it on your own. But you do not have to read that at all. As you can see, I really was not a fan of DCKO. Anyway, it's not that I really hated it. It's just that it made it seem like it was like it was like the not Flash Rebirth. They made it seem like it was like Flashpoint or one of those like big earth-changing things, which technically it kind of is, but I don't know. I just feel like it was one of the worst executed ones. But anyway, getting back to this. Green Lantern number 34 is the next book I'm here talking about, and you know, Green Lantern is always near and dear to the heart. We got Jeremy Adams on the keys for this one still, and Igara as the artist. The last issue was the 600th issue, the oversized issue, and it had a couple origin stories. It had the origin story for Kyle Rayner, and it had the origin story for Hal Jordan, Mr. Evilman. And in that one, and Kyle moved back to LA after coming back from the CKO once again, is looking for anomalies throughout LA. I forget exactly what did it say right here? To track down some escapees. I don't know exactly what the name of them are, but he came back. He went to get a job at a movie studio and wound up finding that one of the people was taken over by one of the escapees. And then he had a fight, and now we're going to figure out what happens after that. So it's just Kyle Rayner. We're just following Kyle Rayner, and they're setting up a storyline of him basically coming to finding aliens and putting them back in jail. Kind of Men in Black-esque style. Actually, it has nothing to do with Men in Black. It's just I'm thinking about a movie where intergalactic space cops go and put aliens back in jail, and that's the only comparison I can really think between those two. So yeah. But anyway, Green Lantern number 34. Next up, we got Justice League number 18. And this is written by Mark Waid, you know, the GOAT. We got Clayton Henry on the artist tip. I just started reading Justice League Unlimited number 18, honestly, because of, once again, after DCKO, they're splitting all of these storylines between all of these books. And it's pretty cool because it's a good starting point for you to hop in and be able to continue on instead of having to read through everything to know all what's going on. And again, you don't have to read DCKO really to know what's going on, but it is a new starting point starting after DCKO. For this one is actually the one that they really made it seem like you really go back and read DCKO, because they made it seem like there were so many decisions and I guess weight being put on the characters in those first couple of panels that made me really want to go back and read it. But a lot of those characters honestly weren't even in DCKO nonetheless. In the last one, and then that was number 17, they were dealing with the villains who were also dealing with the aftermath of DCKO. How many times am I going to say that in this video? They wanted to actually be heroes at this point. They want to help fight with the Justice League, but the Justice League is obviously, like, I think Batman in particular, like, yeah, hold up, we're not with that. So in this one, I think it's going to be kind of a standoff to see, like, hey, you know, the world is coming to an end and we helped you guys, now let's go ahead and do it. One guy in particular, I'm like, Lex Luthor, you should be the last person talking about let me help you save the world, because you really didn't help anything happen in DCKO. But I didn't know that before reading the last issue, but then he came over and say, hey, y'all want to help? And I would have been like Batman, like, hey, hold up, bro, you really didn't. If it's kind of not, it wasn't if it was up to you, we would have lost and you would have won and everything. And again, you can go back and read DCKO to figure out what happened. But yeah, I guess this will be the aftermath and figure out what's happening there. So I'm going to be, Mark Waid is writing it, so you know you can't go wrong with Mark Waid. So I'm going to be holding on to this on the pull list for a little bit until it falls off. We'll see. But right now I'm enjoying the ride. And if you like Justice League Unlimited, the show, or Justice League, I suggest you pick it up because it has a lot of those characters that was on that show. Written by Dwayne McDuffie, by the way. Shout out to Milestone. Then next up, Stan and DC, we got Superman. This is Unlimited? No, Superman number 37. Not Superman Unlimited. This is written by Joshua Williamson and Dan Mora on the artist tip. Man, I'm mad that I did not get to meet Joshua Williamson. I had the opportunity to meet him at WonderCon and did not. I just completely missed the fact that that was who that was. I don't even know how that happened, but regardless. Yeah, this will be, and this one is following Superboy Prime, and he's taken over as Superman of the, I'm about to say the Prime universe, but of the main universe. Obviously, for those of you who don't know, Superboy Prime is from Earth Prime. It pretty much was a very bad villain back in the day, but you know, I mean, the comic book is very lighthearted despite all of the despicable things that he did back in the day. It's kind of a Deadpool-esque type of book where he's breaking the fourth wall, and on his Earth, all of the heroes are actually comic book characters. So it's like us. He's pretty much us, the reader. But somehow he was still able, I forgot exactly how he got his powers, but he was able to harness his powers based upon everything that he knows, harness his powers, and he knows about everybody on this Earth based because he's read their entire lives. So that would be quite weird. Imagine someone that's like in your life, but they know everything about you because they've read everything that's happened. Pretty sure they'd be able to read forward and know everything that's going to happen and everything. So yeah, that'd be pretty weird, but nonetheless, I enjoyed the last book. I thought it was pretty funny. There was a joke where Lois Lane was having this very, very, I want to say intense, but she was just crying. And Superboy's like, "Whoa, Lois, you're a strong woman. That's why you got 100 issues." What's why you got 100 issues? I think he said, "I hope they bring your book back," or something like that. But it was, yeah, just playing on the fact that she was a comic book character in his universe. And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And all I can say is it's funny. You should pick this one up. This is probably the best of the Superman, Superboy, Reign of Superboy line that's going out right now. I actually enjoy this one because some of those Reign of Superboy books are going back on the shelf for me. Taking them off my list. And I think that is actually it for top of the list. Oh, no. We have one more. This is kind of a newbie to top of the list. And I actually have to catch up on this book. I bought the current trade paperbacks that are out, and that would be for Exquisite Corpses. I read through the first one, and I got volume 2, and I'm going to read that probably today or tomorrow. But yeah, that first one was pretty dope. It's kind of a battle royale. I want to say it's a battle royale, and it's kind of like what's that PlayStation game? Twisted Metal. It's kind of like Twisted Metal meets what? Hunger Games meets, I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think it's a movie called The Hunted, but it's pretty much in that same Hunger Games style. But it's not post-apocalyptic, and that's the thing. Pretty much it was a small town is picked in America, and they put a bunch of killers in this small town, and the Purge, that's what I was thinking about. They put a bunch of killers in a small town, and pretty much all the 13 families come together and they sponsor a killer. And they go to see which one of these killers can rack up the most kills within the town. I know, terrible. I guess you can throw Squid Games in there too if you like that. Terrible. Great. If you can read this, terrible premise. Greatly read, greatly written, greatly drawn. I love the characters. I love the woman character. I forgot. She was in one. I can't think of, I don't know anybody's name in this. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but yes, I like all the main characters in this one. I think the main couple, if you want to say the main protagonists on the side, when you say who are just like people who are not people who can be killed. I think right now they have a black woman, well, they have 2 EMTs, something just happened to one of the EMTs. They have a gay couple, and they are currently just split up. Both of them need to survive because they got I think both of them have to survive to the end. But it's only 3 people on the can be killed side. But I'm like, I don't see how you can kill any of them. So I'm pretty sure they're just gonna run into different people in there who are gonna be killed, because to me, you can't kill any of them. Otherwise, a part of the story kind of suffers, but I'm getting too deep into it anyway. As you can see, I'm very excited about this one, but it's kind of like a battle, again, it's a battle royale. As I can see, killers are eliminated, so it looks like it's coming to an end. So it looks like it might be a limited series. I actually have not investigated that. I can do it with a couple button clicks, but don't feel like doing it right now. But it seems like it's a thing that you want to read in real time, because you don't want to find out a year from now that, the Foxtail man did this or whatever. So yeah, like I said, it's pretty cool. I just hopped into it. Now I'll be picking this up. So I'll have this ready to read after I get through all of my trades. So yeah, I'm kind of excited for Exquisite Corpses. Oh yeah, written by James Tynion IV and Shay Grayson. They're co-writing it. And then Michael Walsh and Gavin Fullerton are the artists on this one. Oh, we got a lot of people on this. And I love how it starts off. It's just a black sheriff, and they pay him. They're like, "Hey man, we ain't gonna see you no more, right?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm up out of here." And like, you know what's gonna happen if you show up to her. Like, yep, you ain't gotta tell me twice. I'm about here. This check clear, right? Oh man, but no, Exquisite Corpses definitely is a sleeper. Something I've been sleeping on. So again, I picked that one up. Then next on the, I guess what we call the speculation list, we have In Your Skin #1, and this one's coming from Image Comics. Pretty much I'm on the Image and Mad Cave. All their #1s I'm ready to check out as of lately. I feel like they've come with some very solid stories. But yeah, getting back into it, this one's written by Aditya Bidikar. Yes, I know I did. Yep, I know I said that right. Yeah, that's his name, sorry. And then Samantha Paul, Sumna Paul. Sorry for butchering those names just again. But yeah, this one is supposed to be based upon a Hollywood Uber fan who is obsessed with a star. And because she thinks that she is the better star, she wants to take over her life. I forgot what movie this sounds like. This is definitely a movie. I think it's actually a premise of a couple movies, but there was a Netflix movie that was very gruesome and based in body horror, which is honestly where this is based upon too. And I can't think about it. I might try to put it, if I can remember while I'm editing this to put it down here, I'll put it down here. But that was a derivative movie of the movie I'm also thinking about. But regardless, it seems like a pretty cool thing to see. And it says that it's, if you watched The Substance and seen anything from David Cronenberg, he's a monster movie person. Primarily, I want to say a lot of his movies were in the 80s. He just had a movie that came out. Was it Cronenberg? I think he did Son. Maybe it was someone in the family, but the Cronenberg name is on the current movie, The Mummy. The new Mummy that just came out. But yes, I've been talking a lot about this, but nonetheless, this is on the list. I think this is going to be a good one. All the #1s that I had on my speculation list for the last couple weeks have been they have been hits. And I'm going to talk about a few of them coming soon. But I think that is it for everything on my pull list. I am going to take a look now. Let's take a look at what we have in the trade paperbacks. All right, in the trade paperbacks, I only will be picking up one this week so far. And that will be Batman: A Death in the Family trade paperback. This one is being re-released. I'm not actually sure why it's being re-released, but I do not have it in my collection, so I said I was going ahead and pick it up. Classic Batman story, obviously. This one was back in, I want to say, 88 or 89, where the fans actually got to vote if Robin lived or died based upon what happened in the story. Spoiler alert, obviously. I mean, it's a big story, happened a long time ago. But anyway, they got to say if Robin lived or died back in the day. And it kind of was controversial because they were saying, why are they asking children if they want to see another child live or die? But I mean, censorship, all that, blah, blah, blah. That's not even censorship, but it just feel like being lame. Let the people do what they want to do as fans. It's more than just kids reading comic books. A misconception that a lot of people have. Adults read comic books too. But nonetheless, this was that. I have decided to pick it up. I'm not getting actually this trade paperback here. I'm getting the hardcover edition. I sound all fancy, a hardcover edition. But yes, this will actually be the only trade paperback that I will be picking up this week. The only other one that I'm probably even going to talk about is the Superman Kryptonite Spectrum. I haven't heard anything about this one at all either, but it just seems pretty interesting as I'm reading more about it. And it just says that Superman faces his own worst weakness in a story where Kryptonite reveals more than just a physical pain. And I'm assuming it's going to be showing like all of the different Kryptonites and how they affect him. I know, was it gold Kryptonite takes away his power forever, red makes him rage, I can't think of all the rest of them. Green makes him die. Yeah, so if you want to get that, that will be on shelves for you to dive in and pick up at your own device. But with that, I think that we are go ahead and end this video, because none of the other trade paperbacks that I'm seeing are actually interest to me, and I know I will not be picking them up. But they also have Batman Gotham by Gaslight. They have one with Thor. If those interest you, go ahead and pick them up, but I won't be picking those up. With that said, I think we're going to go ahead and end this video. If you liked everything you've seen, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and the alert bell to let you know when we drop a new video. We got a lot of new heat coming. We're going to be talking about more than just the Pullpit. I'm going to be doing some deep dives into some character analysis. I plan on doing a lot for character analysis for milestone characters, and specifically coming soon. I'm going to be reviewing a lot of the #1s that I picked up, specifically Pretty Hate Machine. I really like that one. I really like that one. But yeah, with that said, we're going to be ending here. Please, once again, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.